Welcome to the fourth episode of the In Between Rounds podcast. Today we're with Jesse Cordova, back at my home gym. Jesse's got a lot of knowledge on and off the mats, but you gotta bear with us though, as it's early in the morning and it took us some time to wake up. And while we were waking up, the cleaning crew came in and there's a few vacuum noises and a few pauses in between our conversations. I really tried my best to edit around them, but they're still there. Regardless, I hope you enjoy, guys. I guess we can get started if you're ready.
Let's do it.
Cool. So, someone here?
I think someone's here. Yeah,
It's the cleaning ladies.
cleaning ladies. Should we close the door? And be like,
Yeah.
Hey, good
Good
morning.
morning. We're just gonna close the door. They like it.
Who would have thunk it?
Hey. Whatever.
Like Lane, we had all week.
Yeah. I mean, this is the only time that, what's it called? I guess both of us were kind of free.
Yeah,
So,
we just got in.
yeah. Either way, In Between Rounds podcast, welcome. It's early in the morning, so
Too early.
still waking up.
Yes, sir.
So you're Jesse Cordova.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You work as a federal agent, but more so just train or coach, teach.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
I've done it all, man. I started as a jailer.
Okay.
Was a local cop for a little while, and then went to the federal side where I was on the border for a little bit. So now I just work with the federal government in the criminal investigations. So kind of like you said, though, pretty much all I do nowadays is teach and instruct. I teach a lot of tactics, like fighting tactics for law enforcement, for agents, you name it. We kind of do it all.
That's not even starting on the jiu-jitsu part yet.
Oh,
So
yeah,
how many
yeah.
years doing jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu, let's see. Depends on how you do the math, man. Organized jiu-jitsu, like where I'm actually training at a dojo or a gym, 2014. So, yeah, roughly 12, a little over 12 years.
12 years,
Yeah.
black belt.
Black belt, yeah, under Jim Thrift. Yeah, so I've been training. I think it's a blessing that I've kind of been in different gyms. Like I started in a gym in Louisiana, trained there, and then I moved up here and trained under Jim and Coach Seth, all those guys for my duration, the past 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I guess so with like the training and like coaching of like tactics and stuff. You've been doing that for how long?
So full time the past 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've always been in certain sections of my job where I could train. I mean, people know your background in my line of work, so it doesn't take long for them to realize, you have something to contribute.
Yeah.
So I've always been like in our training sections, but that's kind of like a collateral duty. You still do your full-time job, but you also train when there's downtime, when the mission isn't so high tempo. So I did that for about 6 years.
Okay.
I've done that, and then the past 3 years I just been full-time training. So that's been my Monday through Friday job, is training.
Teaching newer people or
Newer,
more?
older.
Yeah.
We do both. We
Both.
we actually teach fresh recruits, people who are super green, and we do like in-service training for agents and officers who are just freshening up their skills, basically.
Okay. And is it always like jiu-jitsu based or no?
No, I wish, right? Make my life a lot easier.
Yeah.
So think about it like if you were a green cop
Okay.
and you
So
had
that's
no
what we-
background. So
Yeah.
everything from your initial contact, like me talking to you, how I would talk to you, controlling distance and space, a lot of stuff you can relate to jiu-jitsu, but mostly it's everything from, your approach, your initial contact, the way you blade your body, the way you keep your hands when you talk. From that, you got like striking, clinching, takedowns. And then the jiu-jitsu comes in where you're looking at controlling someone on the ground and, no submissions, obviously. You can use like shoulder locks, kimuras.
Yeah.
You can use things like that to help get their hands behind their back. but we can't teach chokes, unfortunately.
Okay.
So yeah,
Just control
just
jujitsu.
control, brother, which is what I like to do in jiu-jitsu
Yeah,
anyway.
that's
So it kind of goes hand in hand.
yeah, of course. Okay, so a lot of just everything, and then
Yeah.
I assume also like worrying about your belt and all
Yep,
that. You have
all
that
that.
whole system to.
Yeah, man. Because
Okay.
I like the, and Gary, Coach Gary.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to show, especially guys in our gym, law enforcement, because shrimping, bridging, the buck and roll, oopas, all this stuff's easy on the mats. But when you put like a gun belt on your waist and you try to do it, now all of a sudden it's so difficult, awkward.
Okay.
Everything's weird. Like I can't shrimp, I can't do all this. Well, changes the game a little bit. You have to account for the gear.
Okay.
Yeah, so so we teach a lot of basic jujitsu, but we also teach how to do that with the gun belt.
Okay.
How to do that in a suit, you know.
Yeah.
Things that probably people
A
don't think
full
about.
jacket.
Vest, everything.
Yeah.
So it's a little.
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, man, just teach them how to move with gear.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, we kind of work hand in hand with the other sections to make sure we develop the most capable recruit we can. So yeah, we do a little bit of everything, but most of my section is geared towards controlling and hand-to-hand combat type stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know the control part you're really good at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it works out. Man.
Yeah. Do you still go for like a lot of like? Do you teach them as their size and stuff like that? Like you're not
Yes.
going to teach me to do stuff that
No.
you do. My control is different than your control.
100%, and a lot of similarities, but I think that's where it benefits me with my background in here, right? So I can look at a recruit, and I train with you guys. I
Yeah.
train with
You immediately know.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, we have a very cookie cutter curriculum by necessity, but I have the ability to look at this guy or this young lady and be like, hey, this is going to work for you if you fight someone your size, but someone bigger, here's a few tips and tricks that's going to help you, be effective. So yeah, I and a lot of instructors as well. We cater to the recruit, and what I like about I've been through so many different agencies, trainings. They're combatives. What I do enjoy about our combatives is we're not set in our ways. Like we're not saying, hey, this is the only way you can do something. We kind of just we train them in a whole variety of different things, and we let them find what works.
Welcome to come in.
Take 3.
Yeah, there we go. So now the cleaning people are gone, so we can get back to it.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So let's say I come at you with a knife, right? How do you? I'm joking.
I was ready, man.
You ready? You got it.
Yeah.
So do you get questions like that all the time?
Oh yeah. So
you train people like what to do?
yeah, I think that's one thing that maybe I didn't talk about was we talk about weapons. So whether you pull a knife and attack me, or you take my gun from me, or you take whatever intermediate tool I have. So how do you get it back? How do you keep that on your persons, all that good stuff. So we do talk about that. So like when I say we take someone, not always, there's a lot of military law enforcement, prior law enforcement that come to our agency, but we do take the young lady who was folding clothes at Kohl's last week, and now she wants to be a federal agent or officer. We take that person and we try to build them up for every type of incident they might encounter on the street. So that could be a knife attack, that could be someone taking your gun, criminals. There's a lot of case studies out there. Much like other scam artists, they look for marks. They look for someone they feel like this easy mark. I can take his gun, or I can take her gun, I can choke her, whatever. They're not gonna come to me, in my prime per se and say, hey, I'm gonna try to go through that guy.
Yeah.
Probably a bad idea. But they'll go find a smaller agent or someone who looks complacent, who looks like they don't take care of themselves, or they're just even if they're just exposing a weapon. Maybe they attack that person. So we kind of do that, and we put recruits behind the curve. Think about positional sparring in jiu-jitsu. Like
Okay.
you start off in a bad spot. So
Yeah.
we kind of do the same thing. We put them in positions where they're already losing,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to try to maintain the win somehow. So
Okay.
yeah, we do a lot. It's a lot of cool training.
Because you teach multiple things. Like
Yeah.
you teach like controlled combat tactics or whatever, and you teach here. You teach jiu-jitsu. So like overall, both of them combined, what is like your main teaching philosophy? Like what is like you have to get down for everybody?
Like a principle, you say, maybe, or something
Yeah.
that I feel like everyone needs to have a grasp of.
So that like there's two questions within like I do have two separate questions, like teaching philosophy and what is a main principle that like if you only had to teach that principle,
Okay.
what would it be? So
Okay.
that is a separate question.
I got you. So I think my teaching philosophy, I'm very conceptual. Like I love concepts. Like I thrive on concepts. You can show me a million techniques, and I believe this. I've seen it in my own life and competing. I've seen it in working the street. You can teach me a million techniques, and maybe I can remember them. Maybe. But under pressure, if you give me concepts, I'll be able to tap into that quicker. So when I do teach, I don't get in the weeds about. I'm really anti left hand here, right hand there. I'm against that. Like when
Okay.
I teach, I'm like, hey, break their posture, attack their base. Use levers and fulcrums.
It doesn't matter where your leg
don't
goes, where
know.
your hand goes.
Because
Just
my
you
leg
know-
and your leg's different. I
Yeah.
used to do a sweep, and I still do it sometimes, where I use my femur. I'm recovering my guard because I have a long femur. I mean, I slide across their waist, and I use it to almost John Wayne. It's a type of John Wayne looking sweep, but I use it, and I'm effective with it. It's just a concept sweep. I don't know if I've ever really been taught it.
Yeah.
But I understand the concepts. I understand what I'm trying to do, and I just found a way to use my body in a natural way for me to do the sweep. So where I'm going with all this is even when I'm teaching recruits basic knife defense, I'm like, hey man, here's concepts: block,
Okay.
attach, whatever. It's easy for me to teach that, and I feel like they'll remember it. I know they will.
Yeah.
Based on experience.
Yeah, I mean, and then it just ends up being the basics too.
It's all
like
the
the
basics,
concepts are just basics. Like
Basics.
as I'm getting better here, like it's just like just good base. Like don't
compromise your base.
yeah, and like that has helped my jiu-jitsu so much. Is just being not conceding to the bottom.
Yes.
Like we rolled like before I left for Peru, but it was like still working on it, obviously, shitty little blue belt, but like stay on top.
Stay on top.
No matter what, like really just commit to being on top, and good things have just kept coming from that, coming from that.
If you get knocked down, get back to the top.
Yeah,
that's,
get to
that's
the
a
sweep.
concept, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like just don't be on your back. I know like jiu-jitsu is like be from your back, and I'm always gonna end up having to play like that because of my size, but that'll be naturally, like I've already been playing like that. Like as now, my new focus has been,
I'm not letting you pin me.
yeah, like I don't want to be on bottom. Like I have to work so much harder. If I could just be on top, float on you, wear you out, you get annoyed, you're like, get this fucking fly off me, and then before you know, it's like, oh, I'm being tapped.
Yep. And you're rolling with a bigger guy like
Yeah.
myself, dude. It takes a lot of energy. And
Yeah.
I've told Coach Jack this, and Porter, and you, I'm sure. Like, man, if I were you guys and I was grappling me, that's what I would do.
Yeah, and your advice, like I'd gone farther with it,
Yeah, man, make a move, because it takes a lot of energy for big guys to move. It does, and it's not fun being underneath us, right?
Yeah.
So make them move and make them burn their gas, and yeah, dude, good things happen.
Try to push me off you, I just rotate, come back, I'm like, a different spot. Do it all the time now,
Yeah,
all the
awesome.
time.
That's so awesome.
So,
So yeah, I'm sorry. I was just saying, like, I think my philosophy is probably just teaching concepts.
concepts.
Yeah.
Okay. So then next question, like I'll lead right into it. If you have to only teach one principle, one concept, only that one, which one is it? You know, like
Yeah,
have a good base, four connections, like there's so many.
yeah, dude. I think I even make it simpler. I do this with recruits as well. Um, I'll probably say the concepts of, and stole this from wrestling. Um, they're actually masters of this, man. But pinning, I think the concepts or the techniques of pinning, I think
Yeah.
for law enforcement, I think for jujitsu, I think it's the best technique or one principle you could teach someone is how can I effectively pin someone to the ground, and how do I do that by attacking I mean, we're talking about pinning like hips and shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm rolling, man, a lot of times I'm just trying to find different ways to control someone's hips or their shoulders or both. I mean, if I'm
Yeah.
that much better than them, maybe both. But most people, I can pin one or the other, and that's usually all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pinning is probably
Your big one.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. I love the pin.
Okay.
And I love the pin, and also something from pinning and attacking that I can teach is I can find people with different body sizes and shapes, and like we talked about before, man, maybe you can pin me and maybe you can't keep me pinned, but you can pin me long enough to transition to something else.
Yeah.
And it's that whole dynamic pinning concept.
Yeah.
That's where you'll make a lot of make a lot of progress. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd probably say pinning.
So just pins.
Yeah,
Got it.
pins,
Cool.
brother. Simple.
All right. So far, everyone's had a different answer to that. Like every single person.
Really?
I don't remember each one. I was trying to remember Jack's, but I already kind of like forgot. But they're all been different. So just another like just throwing out questions. For each belt of jiu-jitsu, which one does what does each belt struggle with? So like a white belt struggles with surviving.
Oh, man.
Blue belt struggles with
Got it.
staying consistent, like and showing up, not quitting.
No, man.
You can do this one. You ain't got to be like perfect for this one.
Yeah, I think you nailed it, man. I was thinking like as a white belt, granted you don't have some other background. I think a white belt that wrestled in college, dude, he's a problem since he comes on the mats,
Yeah.
right? We've seen it. Yeah, you're right. I think a white belt, it's everything. A white belt's you're just trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
You're just trying to stay healthy and
Not get hurt.
not get hurt and not get tapped as much. I think that's probably across the board, unless you have some type of background. Blue belt, I think the blue belt just struggles with. Blue belt's depressing, right?
Yeah.
I mean that because it feels, at least to me, it definitely was for me. It's the longest belt. Like you
Yeah.
can be in blue belt status hold forever, right? You can be there for years, yeah, and there's a lot of factors that go into that. But I think in blue belt, it's really damn near every jiu-jitsu technique at blue belt, right? Your time is always usually off. Your time is usually off, and your maybe some of your techniques not as clean as it needs to be, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's why you stay a blue belt if you stay a blue belt. But most of the time, it's depressing because it's such a long stint at blue belt. I feel like, but it's literally where you're made. It's where you made. It's where I
Yeah.
think you're made. So I think, yeah, just staying motivated at blue belt is the hardest part.
Okay.
I would say. What purple belt struggles with?
Yeah.
I think purple belt, you already have a game, right? You're already really good at something. You're literally. I think I can't. I wish I could remember who said it, but it was perfectly said that purple belt, you're basically already someone sees you as a black belt. Like they can see your potential of being a black belt one day, right? And I think that's perfect example of what a purple belt is. A purple belt is just doing your time and sharpening the axe, because you already have a game. And I'll say this for myself, because at purple belt, I changed my game a couple times. Like I was like, all right, I'm really good at half guard. Like I've always been really good at half guard. Something I started playing at white belt. But as purple belt, I started like, I felt like, and I had a lot of success against upper belts. So I kind of I reinvented myself a little bit at purple belt. So I think it's just finding a game that you can commit to and just spending time with it. I think the color belts are harder for me, because they're literally almost, in my opinion, they're time engraved belts.
Yeah, like I think once you get purple and above, it's kind of like
brown belt for sure.
Brown and black are.
You're waiting.
Yeah.
You're learning. You're waiting.
Coaching.
You already have a game. You're coaching. You're committed to the game, and you're committed to helping people around you. And, you're trying to help the gym grow and help the mats be a better environment. It's a brown belt. I think at black belt, you start all over. You really do.
Okay.
You really do. I think you start all over at black belt. As a black belt.
Because now you're bored with your game?
No, I think you always want something to chase, right?
Yeah.
So as a black belt, I'm like, all right, I got a black belt. And I always love it when I hear black belts say, don't worry about the belt, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, we're all chasing the belts up the ranks. We're all wanting to. Everyone's wanting to get to that next level. And once you're there, it's easier to look back and be like, oh, just don't worry about the belt. But you got to remember when you were that blue belt, like, man, when I was a blue belt, I really want to be a purple belt. When I was a purple belt, I really want to be a brown belt. It's just, that's part of the progression.
Yeah.
So I try not to be that way. I can see why black belts do it, but I have to be honest and be like, yeah, man, I needed that when I was coming up.
So you have a different view.
I have a totally different view of it, man.
That's
I don't forget where I came from, bro.
Yeah. I'm still just a blue belt. I just try to associate it as like, what's really important for me is not to get the belt, like not to get the purple belt, but to have the skill of a purple belt when I'm there.
Yes. Yeah,
like that's all I want. Like
for sure.
If I get the skill and you give me a purple belt, like of course I'm excited. Like I'm a purple belt. Like
rightfully so.
I'm that bad bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you are. You already are. Like.
But like, don't give me that belt, that recognition unless I deserved it. 100%. I need it. Like I'm so small, I can't afford to be a purple belt and just get fucking cooked everywhere I go.
Kind of like I said, man, as a black belt, when I go into a gym and you're wearing a purple belt, I already know what to expect.
Yeah.
You can't, we have a ton of purple belts that you can't sleep on, man. We have blue belts you can't sleep on. Hell, we have children belts you can't sleep on. But nonetheless,
Porter.
Porter. Man, you as a purple belt, you gotta have your shit together.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Definitely do. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. I'm still waking up.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. How has training culture here shaped your approach to jiu-jitsu? It's kind of it's a little open-ended question, I guess.
That's open. Training culture here at Calvert.
Yeah.
Again, like I said much earlier, man, I had the privilege of coming from a different style of gym. Right? A lot different. And when
that style was what?
It was kind of like it is now. Kind of like our gym is now. It's very
progressive and like family friendly, slightly competitive.
You have your little sections of each. Like everyone rolls together, like we do. We all train together. No one feels like they're not part of the team, to my knowledge, right? I think that's kind of where the gym I came from in Louisiana. There's ghosts in here.
Yeah.
The gym I came from in Louisiana was a lot that way. Like it literally, that's where I got all my kids to train. That's where I had my wife training. Like they loved it. They felt it's more family friendly. But with that being said, there were everyone white belt to purple, brown belt, even the black belts. Like they competed a lot. Very competitive gym. But they had their competition nights. And there were certain nights you knew, you probably weren't here. In Calvert, I want to say it was Tuesday and Thursday nights, man. If you come to those classes that night, man, it was.
That was the night to
Those
go.
were there was a night for us, for guys who like to compete. Like,
Okay.
boom, boom. Yeah. Those nights were, you always knew when you went to those classes that it was going to be tough.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and
Yeah.
that's what I like, dude, because another philosophy of mine is, dude, jiu-jitsu's, it's an art. It is a martial art, but it is art. And I think that there's something for everyone in jiu-jitsu. I'm not one of those people that don't believe that either. Like, I feel like everyone can learn from jiu-jitsu. I feel like it has something to offer everyone, whether you're a soccer mom, whether you're a young competitor, whether you're old, has been, there's something for everyone, right? And I feel like that. I feel like that's what makes a gym healthy. And I think we do a really good job of not crossing those lines. Like, say myself, like I'll just use myself as an example. Dad works full-time job, works shift work, white belt. He comes in, I can look at him and say, his mind's not here. Like, I'm not finna go tournament rounds with that guy.
Yeah.
Like, it's, and from experience, not all gyms operate that way, right? You have to find an environment that's safe, is where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
I understand that. How's jiu-jitsu shaped who you're outside the gym?
Jiu-jitsu shaped who I am outside the gym. Uh-oh.
It's my alarm to come here.
Outside the gym, now, you know what I'll say, man? Jiu-jitsu has shaped my wardrobe.
Nothing but gis hanging up.
I was looking at my closet, so we're moving, so I'm going through all my clothing, and dude, my closet is like half gis, which I got to get rid of. I don't even wear them anymore, and the other half is like Calvert or Lineage T-shirts.
Ah, shit.
Like, all my clothes, dude. I don't think I own suits and like jiu-jitsu apparel. So, yeah, I don't jiu-jitsu. I don't know. Maybe I've been doing it for a little while, but I think you carry yourself a little different, maybe.
Yeah.
With jiu-jitsu, you do carry yourself. I feel like you realize how vulnerable you truly are. From rolling, maybe. I credit that to rolling. Like, you realize that there's always a bigger fish. There's always a better, younger, stronger version of yourself, just as skilled. So kind of carry yourself with that humility, I would hope. But at the same time, you're comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the key things I wish everyone could take. And I think jiu-jitsu offers that. Is you're so used to being uncomfortable, you're trapped underneath me, pinning you to the ground and sweating in your face, and you find a way out of it. Like, you do. You find a way out of that. So if you can deal with that, someone cutting you off on the street, it's a little like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm on my way to jiu-jitsu. I'll feel better when I leave.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything everyone's always said for, like, a lot of these questions, like, I typically agree with, but it's always just like, it's always usually something different so far. That's kind of why.
Good, though?
Yeah,
Like,
good answers, yeah.
And it's funny, man, just talking to other guys, in the same kind of black belts or brown belts. We all kind of look at jiu-jitsu differently. I definitely do. For me, and this is for someone who's, I mean, dude, life has been, I'd say, not as easy, right? I was in the military, so I did some tour, and I think for me, jiu-jitsu became almost a therapy for me. It really was. Like, so I don't. If I get lucky and tap you on the mat, to me it's like, oh, Lane let me have this, so I got the tap. Like, I don't think about jiu-jitsu like this proves who I am, right? It doesn't. At the end of the day, I'm here to get better, and I want you to get better, and I want everyone on the mat to get better. That's my goal. I'm not fighting you guys. I'm not worried about you guys trying to kill me. Hopefully not, unless Porter gets my feet. But
Porter, yeah.
but I look at jujitsu like it's our place, it's our sanctuary, and that's how I've always kind of viewed the mat room. So I don't put a lot of emphasis on mat rolls or gym rolls. Like I don't. I have fun with it. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I love talking trash. I'm just like everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, your base is horrible. Whatever.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But it's not. It doesn't prove who you are, dude. It is what it is. I think jujitsu, like I said earlier, it's something. It's a place that everyone should be comfortable, and you should be able to roll and not feel
Yeah.
like you're trying to prove you're a man. Because I mean, the mat's
There's
not the
plenty
place.
of that.
Yeah.
There's plenty of that.
You know,
Like
we don't need to add to that. Right?
Yeah.
Prove you're a man by just being a good dude. Go out into the world and be a
nice.
good dude.
Yeah. I think that's like, I think that's really what like here at our gym, not trying to brag or anything, but like
Throw it out there, man.
you know, we've done. I think like lately we've been getting so many more like women and stuff.
Yeah.
And we have a big kids class. Like parents are involved. Like we've been doing a really good job of like that culture here, and everyone feels like
Safe.
Like
100%, man.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that because that's one of the things that, not myself, like that's one of the things that people had said to me, and I myself notice it too. Like you can tell a lot about a gym by that. Right?
Yeah.
You walk in and you can just people feel safe.
Yeah.
Especially right now. You know, it seems to be a big thing, but a gym needs to be that way. It should be that way.
Definitely.
100%.
I mean, I know like when I go to roll, I'm not gonna grab a woman and just fucking destroy her, you know. But like,
Unless it's Becky.
I can't do. Becky just destroys me,
Becky
dude.
just beat you up.
Yeah, because me and Becky started at the same time, and I can't. I've never been. All right, we were white belts, right? I got her with the Kimura, our 3rd month in. She said, "Fuck that! Never has let me get her again." Like,
She won't do
dude,
it?
she fucking.
Man.
I think she started 2 weeks before me, and like we were like that good like.
Close.
Like we always drill together, and then she got her friend and all that, but like what's it called, we were our safe partners because we were
Yes.
stupid little white belts.
Yes.
And then it was like she just started like just naturally good at it. I mean,
She got really good.
Yeah.
She got really good.
Like-
her, Gavin, like the whole morning crew, man.
Yeah,
They're all really. You were part of that.
yeah, I just didn't get really good.
You did. Hey, whatever. Man. Whatever.
But yeah, like I'm not gonna go find a white belt fucking girl kid and destroy him, but go find the one guy who's like fuck her and just pick your roles. I think that's like one thing we've done
We've done good.
pretty well,
Yeah.
and keeping those people away from the people you need to keep them away
Yeah.
from.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really have. I don't. Maybe occasionally you have 1 or 2 guys, but you
Yeah.
don't. And you're right.
It happens. They come in.
At Calvert, we've always did a good job of trying to shelter.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah.
You can't always shelter
You can't
them.
always. You can't. And people need to know. I mean, I'm not saying that you should roll with
Yeah,
mitts on, but you got to do your best, especially white belt, blue belt. Like, man, you really know nothing. And you probably remember this as a white belt. It's the most annoying thing to go into a gym and just get mauled.
yeah.
And
Hey,
you're
that
like,
still happens to me.
Yeah, no, not you. But to be mauled and be like, you ask, what can I improve on? And they're just like, everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing you did
That's
right.
like, you're like, fuck.
And like, what am I doing? Because and I tell like new guys this, like, I think my first 6 months of jiu-jitsu, I was like, I can't believe I pay for this. Like, I can't believe I'm paying to get just beat up by everybody. Like, there's no one until the new guy signs up 6 months later, and then I beat him up.
Yeah. I remember that first feeling. I remember it was some kid my size. Unfortunately, he did leave, but I took his back, and I was like, it was like 6 months in. I was like, oh, like he's done,
Yep.
Got this rear naked choke here.
Hey, pull the tape.
Didn't get another tap for 6 months,
Yeah,
So-
man, it's annoying, dude. I luckily, again, I was a big guy. So agile. I had a little short stint, but there was always someone that would put it on me. just to keep me humble.
Some bigger shark.
Yeah, bigger shark. And they're competitors. Like I said, my first gym, everyone was a competitor. Just about everyone was a competitor. And the women, they had a huge women's program. I'd say, when I say huge, I mean probably like a third of the mat was women.
Oh, wow.
Any night you went there. And my wife started training there. She loved jiu-jitsu. She actually got her blue belt.
Yeah, I met her once or twice. She came in and I think drilled with you, but
She got her blue belt there. But yeah, it's a big women's program. Everyone, you know, kind of like ours is growing, like it's becoming that. So we would go there and we would train, and I would drill with her, try to help her out. And it was nice. Had the whole family rolling.
Yeah.
It's nice.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What advice would you give someone starting their journey?
I think the advice that you and I probably talked about is just be consistent and know that for a little while it's going to feel like you can't do anything right, because you really can't. I might even encourage them not to roll.
For how long?
I'd say I don't know. I don't know if you could put like a stripe or two on that. I'd say until you're comfortable understanding very basics. And what I mean by basics is I know not to just drop my knees to the side and you go around them, right? Because think about a white belt.
Keeping a guard.
Your instinct is not to pull guard. Your instinct is to try to roll away and get away.
Yeah.
And they take your back and choke you. What did you learn? So I think until you got, I'd say a stripe or two, and that's just very vague, I know, because that could just be time and grade.
Yeah. I think the exact opposite.
Really?
You should just go right in, because if you don't like rolling, you ain't gonna like jiu-jitsu. You know?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's more about just like, it's not your job because you're paying for this experience and like showing up. It's your coach's job to be like, all right, your first day, let's roll. Yeah. Or, I think like, give it a month, give it a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Drill a little bit, like just a little bit. Get to know someone's name.
Yeah, I guess fresh off the street. I don't know. I think it depends. I think it depends on the person. But I'm thinking about soccer moms right now. Like I don't see the benefit of her
immediately rolling,
jumping in and rolling.
No,
like I think that's going to do more damage. I'm thinking like from the business standpoint of it. Like I don't know if that person getting hurt. I mean, we have blue belts that still get injured and stuff. Like it's a dynamic sport, right? It's a dynamic activity. So it can happen. So I just think about it from that aspect. I think young man, scrappy young dude who's I know what jiu-jitsu is. I watch the UFC or whatever. I got the basics of it and go in there. Yeah. That's how we learn.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that translates to kids. I don't know if that translates to, older people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be case by case. That's why I was like very generalized, maybe a stripe or two.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But I'm with you. Like if you showed up in my gym, and were like, hey, I want to roll. I never trained jiu-jitsu before, but I'm 3-0 in bar fights. Like, all right, sign this waiver.
Yeah, definitely.
Porter.
Yeah, don't even use it. Just like, I don't want to deal with this. And send out the 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Humble them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right. Yeah, no, I get that. If you really take into account that you could get someone who's like 70.
Yeah.
If you could get someone
we used to have an older guy here. Ernie. His name was Ernie.
Ernie?
Or you ever heard of this guy?
No.
It was a legend.
No.
Ernie, he was a brown belt. I don't know what happened to him. That would be a good question for one of the other guys. Like, he used to come in a brown belt. He used to sit on the wall. I don't know how old he was, man, but he was an older dude. And he never rolled, but he would sit there and he'd critique your rolls. Like, you would get through rolling.
Were they good critiques?
Man, the old Jesse probably wasn't listening. Unless it was like, because, man, I already, back then I kind of thought I had it figured out. I didn't.
Yeah.
But
Do you ever get it figured out?
no,
Yeah, you
no,
never do.
no. I got a good grasp of it. I think I'd be lying if I said, hey, I got it all figured out. No, not at all. I think there's always things we can improve on. But Ernie would sit there and critique. You would get through rolling, and he'd say, hey, come here. And you did. I mean, Southerner, brother. I'm going to be respectful. So I would listen to him. And he would say, you need to start moving your leg this way and try to pin that opposing shoulder or whatever. I don't even remember all the stuff he said, but I would just be like, I would still be in my mind thinking about how I get a guy beat up.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Ernie, I got 30 seconds. We're going to roll again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool.
How did you feel about like when you were going through white belt, blue belt? More importantly, because I think as you get more developed, people offer you less advice. But like as you're going through white belt, blue belt, like at the end of rolls or blah, 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 like a lot of times people will be like, can I give you advice or this what you did, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Do you mean, how do I feel as being the person who's offering advice?
No, the
Okay.
opposite. Like that's like, I felt like when I was like white belt, I'm still now, but not as much, like so many people would be like, this is what you did, this is what you did, this is what you did, like here's some advice. Like how did you feel with that? Did that happen to you? It was only like 2 years ago.
Yeah. When I was a white belt?
Yeah,
man, I don't remember. I'm trying to think, dude. Like people, when you're the big guy, like it's a little different.
Yeah.
Like I don't think many people. I'll give you a good story, man. There was a black belt. I was a white belt. There was a black belt in Louisiana. He was native to the gym, like down there. I think our professor had like 24 gyms in the area, so you could cross train at any of these gyms all over Louisiana.
Okay.
So it was super nice, man. It was an awesome situation. But there was a black belt that dropped in or at our gym, and man, this guy put it on me. Like a knee on belly. I remember it, man. He was brutal. Like he was like putting a lot of pressure on me. I remember that's the first time my eyes were full of water, and the only thing that made me not tap was just ego. I was like, between the beads of water, I could see the clock, and I had like 30 seconds left, and I was just surviving. And I remember when the roll was over, I was like, I asked him something. It was something along the lines of, how do I defend that? That was miserable. And he just kind of laughed at me and went on like he did. And where I'm going with that is I think it was like Corey Wade, one of these guys that are just monsters.
Massive.
I think maybe at the time you're like, I'm not going to give this guy any tools because it won't be long before he returns the favor.
Yeah.
So I never got a lot of mat feedback. I would ask professors, like the black belts.
Yeah.
Besides the one, most of them would tell me, hey, work on this, work on that. What can I do to get better? Coach Seth was one of them that was beneficial in this. He told me when I came here, was a blue belt already, and he was a couple years and still blue belt here. And I remember I asked him, I was like, finally one of the people I did say, hey man, what can I do to get better? And he and Jim Thrift too, they both gave me like solid advice, and I still remember it both. Seth's advice was, don't be so nice. He's like, you're 250 pounds, but you roll like, you don't want to put pressure on people. He's like, you're not helping yourself, you're not helping them. And I was like, wow, in my mind, I was like, I thought I was trying to not hurt my training partners. Don't break your toys. So I started implementing, I still don't put 100% on people, but I started learning to use the weight, and that helped my game a ton. Jim's advice was similar. He was like, dude, it's like, stop. You're a strong, big guy, stop playing top. Slap, bump, and roll, pull guard. It was cool, because I was already decent at half guard, so I just started playing half guard bottom. Both of those pieces of advice, I went and sought them out. They both influenced my game a ton.
Okay.
They really did. So I played bottom until I was so comfortable on the bottom. Now, man, I'm so comfortable on the bottom. As a big guy, dude, I'll play bottom. I love the top too. It's helped my game be more well-rounded.
Yeah.
I don't know if I answered the question or if
I think you got it.
I might have went off track.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I guess it was just like you said something that reminded me of like my white belt kind of like days, and those are so recent, you know. And it was like almost after every roll, like some blue belt, some purple belt, like not disrespecting anybody, would be like, you need to do this, and I was like, if I listen to all y'all, I wouldn't be anywhere. Like this is like
You guys are contradicting each other.
yeah, literally, seriously. So I was wondering if that ever happened to you or you experienced that.
Yeah. No. I guess the only information I ever got, well, I went and sought it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I didn't have like so
Like
much I got told. Like I didn't even ask. They just told me.
and now I try to remember that, dude. Like when I roll with people, like there's a lot of guys that roll with you and they ask you, like, what can I do?
That's kind of
So, yeah.
that's been happening to me more recently because we're getting so many more new people and stuff, and they're like, any tips? Like, what's going on? Like, what can I do? Or, you know, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna show you a little blue belt. Just keep showing up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Lame. Whatever.
I don't know. I don't feel like I have that. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I'm still just rolling. Like I don't know exactly what I'm doing sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like literally, like one time someone asked, it was like, what did you just do? Like, how are you doing this? And I was just like, really don't know. Like it's my game. Like it's what I like to do, and I guess I'm just catching. It's my Kimura trap series. I'm like, I'm going for it. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to like necessarily stop me, but
Yeah, unless you know a counter to it. But
Yeah.
this is what I do. This is something I'm comfortable with. I'm
Yeah.
starting to develop this as my game.
like you're still like 4 to 6 months in. Like, you know, just be more consistent. Like it's about like it was more timing and stuff like that. Like it's up to you. You can't just fix, you know, because
timing.
my game is that like speed. Like it's necessarily not a move. You know, a lot of my stuff is not like a big like
Just moving around the person.
like technique that's like flat out. It's more like what I'm doing is just predicting what you're doing.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true, man. That's
that's
technique.
hard to tell someone like
That is hard.
like how to fix that.
And that's I
Like,
was going
you
to ask you
can't.
this because that was a lot of my still is, man. Even today is a lot of my game is very feel based.
Yeah.
Like I feel your movement. Like I connect to you, I get chest to chest or chest to back, whatever. I can feel. Don't ask me, how did you know I was going? Like, well, your body kind of tipped his hand to me.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of feel.
It's gotta be good for a big guy because like you against me, you can just like dictate whatever, like discluding that we even train.
Yeah.
Or like any knowledge background of a combat sport, combat training, like you could dictate a fight against me, like, and if we both neither are trained, you're gonna win because of your size. But when you start training and all that, like you start to realize like if I go against someone who's bigger than me, I still can't dictate the fight.
No.
But I can predict what you're gonna do, and then like feel your body, feel what's happening, and then find my submissions or game or whatever the case, control may be. But you, as a big guy, like you can dictate and go off the other player. Like, is that something bigger people struggle with?
Yeah, 100%.
Because they can just, you know, boom, get that underhook, force it.
It's the curse of the big guy, I think. And I've shared this with a few people too already, but not on a podcast. But I think I find roles with people bigger than me that, you know, are just attribute jiu-jitsu. When I say attribute jiu-jitsu, like they're just used to being the big dog. They're used to, I'm the biggest fish in this small pond, and never really had to develop a game. Like I just was always been able to just outpower and muscle people. I find those roles easier than what I find roles with someone smaller than me who's technical. And I often tell, like, I might have told you this before, but when I'm thinking jiu-jitsu, when I'm thinking about, like, if there's something I want to study in jiu-jitsu, I usually go find someone who can't use attributes. Like, I can't use size. I can't use strength. Women practitioners are a great example of that, or smaller jiu-jitsu practitioners. They're great examples of that. Smaller than me, which is a lot of people. But I find those people because they can't use the attributes and they learn to use technique, because regardless, man, how big or bad you are, one day we all get older. You know, father time's undefeated, right? We're all going to get older. And I think that if you don't have clean jujitsu, say you make a living off of, I don't know, muscle moves,
Yeah.
Americanas from your guard or something, you know, I don't know. You make a living off of being the muscle guy. It's all attribute based jujitsu. One day that fades.
Yeah.
And then you're just living in the past. Oh, when I was a purple belt, I used to tap people with whatever, insert whatever. But if you learn technique, I think you stay on the mats longer, and your jiu-jitsu's cleaner. You can be a big guy who, like myself, like I use connection. Again, getting back to shoulders and hips. Like I control certain areas of your body that kind of tell me where you're trying to go next.
Yeah.
And I just get ahead of you. And I'm already bigger than you. And now I'm then outclass you on the mats. And not everyone, I'm saying like most roles. I already know where you're going and I'm waiting for you. And it's just it's an uphill battle for you. And for me, I'm just leaning downhill, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's in short, I find it easier to roll with bigger people than smaller people.
Yeah.
Because Eric, he's a great example. Gavin, yourself, guys who can just use a little bit of space.
Yeah.
As a big guy, I can't control all the space between us.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys, most of you guys, if you get a little bit of space, you guys can get out of things. Big guys can't. And if a big guy's used to just being the biggest fish in the small pond, like, dude, I can shut his stuff down, and he's just fish out of water. And you can feel it, like they panic, like, oh my God, I haven't
Start
felt
breathing
this.
heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's as big as me, and I have no space.
Yeah.
And that's when you hear, oh, he's so strong, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, I'm not even using strength.
I think when I was in Peru, there was like a few, like one person, I made him like crack up or something. He was like, you're so strong. I was like, I'm not strong at all, bro. Look at me. I was like, that's all technique, you know?
Like, you have no idea who you're dealing with.
Yeah, I was like, this is like, my bench is not even my body weight.
This is the first time anyone's told me this.
Yeah.
So come train at Calvert.
Yeah. They were good, though. I loved rolling with all those people.
Dude, it's one of my favorite things to do, man, when I travel.
Yes.
Is just drop into gyms.
Yes, absolutely. Like,
and you have to, again, I have a different experience than most people. I was just down in Georgia yesterday. Dropped in at a gym, and there was a guy bigger than me, you know, first guy, hey, let's roll.
mm-hmm.
Again, a newer guy. He hadn't been training long, but I guess, you know, nonetheless, a big, strong dude. And it was just kind of like what we were talking about, like, poor fella. It was a long.
You got that cross face. I already know. From that.
Took all the space away. It was miserable for him, but he's, you know, a student. He wanted to learn. He's like, you know, hey, I usually don't feel that. Show me what you did, you know, which I gladly do. Anyone I roll with, I'm like, if they ask me, I don't like to just, unless it's your first day and you're frustrated, I try not to volunteer information. But if someone asks me, hey, man, this is something I can fix, I try to help them.
Yeah.
I do try to help them. So I did, man. I showed them everything I do and say, listen, dude, I can literally, I don't do it, but I can literally teach privates and show people, you know, here's my sequences. This is what I do. This is where I'm comfortable. This is how you pin a body, regardless of size, shape, structure. This is how you control people.
Yeah.
And you could pay me whatever for the class, and then you go out there and try to do it, and it doesn't work. You know, why doesn't it work? Because you have no real street application to it. Everything works when you have a uke. Right?
Yeah.
If I'm demonstrating a technique, it's going to work. Now, do that same technique on lane who's resisting, all of a sudden it falls apart. So until you understand that connection part of it, like we talked about, controlling hips and shoulders, till you understand the very basics, Man, you're just learning techniques,
in
dude.
that mat time.
Mat time. And it takes time.
Seth used to speak about that a lot. I remember back then, like hearing him say it, and it was always sweat equity and mat time.
Yes.
He would say those 2 back to back, and I was like, huh. And now, like looking back, I'm like, oh yeah, I see it. Like that, just that consistency is like just so important.
I think it is. I think there's a bell curve to it, though. And this is where I'll say a little different. I feel like, so where I'm at now, and this is me speaking for Jesse, I train a lot less now. Like literally in the past, I don't know, year. Dude, I'm lucky if I'm, getting in to train on my own once a week. That's the past month or so, I maybe been in once.
Yeah, you've
It's
been
just
exceptionally busy this past.
Where I'm going with this, I think once you have really good fundamentals, like again, it's not pretty, but the fundamentals are there. I think your training on the mats can be less. I'm always thinking jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I watch you, I watch people roll, I watch, everyone who competes. Like I like to watch the videos. I watch recruits fight.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking jiu-jitsu. My mind never stops thinking jiu-jitsu. It really doesn't. Ask my wife. She thinks I'm crazy. But I don't have to physically be there. I can watch something. And then next week when I do go train, hell, dude, I've competed at black belt. I've competed a couple times now with maybe a day a week.
Yeah.
I'm not, not to insult people at all. It's not to insult people. It's basically to say that if you have really good fundamentals and you're solid, your jiu-jitsu's going to speak for itself.
Okay.
Right? I think if your jiu-jitsu relies on being the strongest, most explosive guy attributes, you probably need to train a little harder, a little more. But I think at some point, especially at 47, I don't necessarily, I can't physically train every day.
Yeah, no.
Dude, we'll go roll today, and I'll have to kind of baby myself tomorrow. Yeah.
Limp out of here.
That's why we're like you, Gavin, Jack, all you guys, like it's amazing. Like, but you guys are young. You guys are so active. I was like, man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, not forever.
No.
All right, so we can start kind of closing up this. So the last kind of questions are kind of more little, just easier, rapid fire questions, stuff like that. Favorite technique right now, like favorite technique that has a name.
Favorite technique. Has a name?
I mean, you can describe it pretty well. Like, it can be some stupid,
Yes.
it can be good.
So
what is it?
My favorite technique, and I don't even have a name for it.
Okay.
And it's something Coach Sean showed me.
Okay.
It's literally side control pin.
Okay.
Pin. I love pins. Where you're basically surfing the diaphragm. And I've got so many taps from it. Nope, not even a submission. You're just surfing on the diaphragm, brother. You're making it hard for them to breathe. It's funny because it's like my version of the smother choke. Like it's like a.
But it's just right here from side control.
Man, from side control, no submissions, and you can see it when guys are not. You don't get it all the time, but it's so fun. It's just a fun submission. Like,
Okay.
Guys are like, I can't breathe, tap.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
If I had to go like a realistic submission, probably head and arm.
Head arm, yeah. I mean, it's whatever. Just your favorite technique,
But
you know?
my favorite technique.
Yeah,
is
just
that
something
side-
stupid. It
side
doesn't
ride,
matter.
man.
Yeah. Whatever. So that would probably be, there's a question in there. It's like a dirty move, like your favorite dirty jiu-jitsu. Would that be
That's
it?
it. That's it.
That's it? Yeah,
That's
because
it.
that's
Yeah,
definitely
man.
like
That's dirty.
that idea of dickhead dirty
In
jiu-jitsu.
my opinion, that's probably it.
Overrated technique.
Overrated technique.
And then we'll do the opposite, underrated.
Wrist locks.
Wrist locks are overrated?
Yeah, improper wrist locks. So let me
Gotta have that.
preface that. Yes, like I see guys like go for wrist locks from bottom guard, not controlling the elbow. I see people tap to that. Mind blowing.
You can just
Yeah.
pull your elbow back.
In the same way, like, again, I don't know, I've seen a lot of people go for this, but like Americanas from the bottom, same position. Like they'll get
Yeah.
Americana and they'll try to do it. And I'm like, guys, just posture up. What are
Yeah.
you doing? But yeah, I don't think they're high percentage, but definitely techniques that I think are overrated.
Okay. Wrist locks. I think everyone.
Wrist locks.
It's. I guess I'll leave you to this real quick. Real quick. For combat tactics, you know the whole like for the longest time, like maybe in the 90s, 80s, they were like, this is how you defend yourself, and they would do like wrist locks.
Yeah.
That's never been. You don't teach any of that, do you? None of that. It's because it's not realistic. Like if you have, I had some guy do this to me not too long ago because jiu-jitsu, everyone knows at some point.
Yeah. What would you do if someone did this?
Yeah. And one guy did some hand thing, and he had both his hands on my hand. And, we're a grappling sport, and I'm like, he's like, what would you do? Just punch you, dude. Like, you have both your hands on me.
Like, don't forget, man, I still have another hand.
Yeah. Like, and it wasn't like we're jiu-jitsu match. I'm like, and even if it is, like, you have both your hands committed to me. Like, jiu-jitsu, I'm just going to concede and take your legs.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, dude, that's silly. So, like, I get a lot of those questions at work.
Really? Yeah. Like the wrist lock or like the...
No, just the random questions like, sir, like someone who watched a Bruce Lee video.
Yeah.
Sir, what would you do if, like, what would you do if?
Okay.
Like, I would pull out my baton and hit you across the chest. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Like, you're committing both your hands to my arm. So you have nothing, like you said, nothing to defend yourself. What would you do? Like, think about it before you ask the question.
Yeah. It's funny. Sorry.
No.
Had to throw that out there. So underrated technique though, or did I do? No, we did overrated. Now underrated.
Underrated technique. Yeah. Gi or no gi?
Do both or whatever strikes your fancy.
I think in the gi underrated. I think lapel chokes in general. Like I'm a big believer in like Ezekiel chokes. I'll say sleeve chokes.
Yeah.
I love Ezekiel chokes. I believe they're so underrated.
Okay.
I don't see a lot of people do them, but I've always loved them. Probably one of my favorite submissions. Different angles, yeah.
Okay. All right.
No-gi, straight ankle locks, man.
Definitely. I would.
I feel like we kind of overlook them.
Sleep on them.
They're not as pretty. Like, they're not rotating,
They're fundamental.
Not pumping ankles. They're fundamental. I love ankle locks. Like, I think straight ankle locks are underrated. I don't know if it's so much anymore. I see a lot of people going for some version of them.
Yeah, and then transferring to like a Aoki or something, because it's like it's right there as soon as that heel slips out.
Yeah.
Porter.
Yeah, I was about to say Porter did that to me.
That's like one of his favorites, I think.
What the hell was that?
Stupid little fucking Porter. Biggest mistakes you see practitioners make? If you want general mistake, just from anyone who trains.
I think the biggest mistakes I see people make, I think, again, putting too much emphasis on jiu-jitsu, the mat room rolls.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I feel like, and I've been guilty of it. I'll speak for myself. Like, you roll and you don't do as good as you feel like you should have.
Mm-hmm.
And that bleeds over into your next roll, and that bleeds over into your next roll, and heaven forbid it bleed over into your life.
Yeah.
Like, there's been times I go home and not so much recently, but I mean, especially earlier, I'd go home and I was like, just, damn it, middle of the night. I wish my wife was here to contest this, man. It's middle of the night, I'd wake up and I'd just like, damn it. And I'd figure out some technique that I did the night before. I was like, I should have went here instead of there. And she's like, the hell are you talking about? It's 2 a.m. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, go back to sleep.
It's funny.
But yeah, I think just putting too much stress on yourself in your gym rolls.
Not keeping it fun.
Yeah, man, keep it fun.
Yeah. It's like that's the best way to do it for kids. Same thing for adults.
Make it a game. Even for adults, dude, just make it a game. I read something like Gary Tonin, like he gets tapped so many times in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Means absolutely nothing to him. Right?
Yeah.
Because he's trying to get better. That's what we're doing. That's what we should be doing in the gym. We should
Yeah.
all be trying to get better. I should be getting tapped in the gym. If I get tapped, it should happen here.
Yeah,
Right?
of
'Cause I'm
course.
trying to get better. I'm taking risk.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have any weight on who I am, right? Again, separating jujitsu from real life. We're not throwing punches in there.
Yeah.
We're grappling. We're getting better. You're sharpening your axe or your sword, whatever you want to say. Make it fun and keep it that way. And that way, when I leave here now, as a higher belt, dude, I always leave here in a better mood.
Yeah.
Come here and it might be whatever, traffic, Maryland traffic, whatever. Horrible drivers, by the way. But traffic's whatever, and I leave the gym and I'm, man, not a care in the world.
Yeah.
Not a care in the world. So that's, I believe taking the gym roles too seriously.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. That's definitely a different take.
I got to hear these other takes.
You gotta watch that video.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the last one, like, there's only like a few more. We're kind of done. So, a student who inspired you, I guess, is a kind of a bigger question, but
A student I've had that inspired me.
yeah, from kids, from adults, from whoever, your kids, because I know.
I'd say, dude, Coach Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, for several reasons, and not that. I think Coach Jack, because totally different game than I have.
Mm-hmm.
Like super exciting jiu-jitsu. He moves around as an old school guy who believes, fundamentals are the only way to do things. I've watched that kid like not only be successful in his style of jiu-jitsu, but to do things that are unheard of, like submissions from being inside people's guard, and he does things that like I grew up thinking were like, you can't
do that.
You can't get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Jack does them.
Yeah.
He does them in competition. So I've always, I never try to. I just did it. I try never to speak indefinites. And he's he's one of the reasons for that. Like,
Yeah.
he's proven like several times, like, you got to be careful. Like, never ever, this cannot happen. Never ever do that. Man, you have two people moving and fighting, crazy things happen. Positions happen. I mean, people can choke you to sleep from inside your guard, and it's cool to see, man. I'd say he's inspired me. Again, not that I could ever be close to his game. Totally different than what I do.
Different body type.
But man, it's exciting, and dude, he breaks rules.
Yeah.
And he's good at doing them. It's awesome. I think watching him has been definitely an inspiration. Not that I'll ever try to do that stuff, but just solidifies my take on not speaking indefinites.
But he knows them fundamentals, so he
Man,
can
he's
get
so
away
good.
with it at
He's so
all,
good. Yeah.
He couldn't do it without the fundamentals.
He's so good. Yeah. He's fun to watch too, man.
Yeah,
I
he
try to
is.
watch all his matches, dude. It's fun.
He's got that lengthy body type. He's like, I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
A technique that saved you. Just like one technique, one time, just randomly, doesn't matter.
Dude,
you were like,
the femur sweep I was telling you
The
about.
femur sweep?
Yeah,
That
man.
one just-
The one I was telling you that I hit it basically using concepts. I hit it on the fly against a really good guy we used to have here. And I was like, oh, there's something there. And I kept playing with it, and I kept playing with it. I kept hitting it.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That saved me. And that was like a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
If you knew this guy, he was not one that you want to be underneath.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Cool.
And hey, it's not even, don't even have a name for that. Maybe I should, like,
Guess you
up
got to
with the
come up
name.
with it. Yeah.
Trademark it. Who knows?
Really? There's only one other thing, but we can do that like when we start rolling and all that. And it's the counter exchange, and I kind of have to show you it. So basically, you watched the one with the last one with Nico, right?
Nico.
In Cusco.
Okay, yeah.
So it was all the way at the end. It was basically every guest. So Jack started it. He started with a Troy bar. Kevin countered it.
I seen
Nico countered Kevin.
Okay, you gotta show me where they're at.
And now you'll counter Nico.
Okay.
So really, he just ends up, if I remember correctly, in a side control or case of Katami. But I'll show you the video and do all that.
Show me the video.
It was nice when I went to Cusco and rolled with him because it was like, you're so high up.
Yeah, you can feel it.
You don't feel it. You're like, all right, let's like calm down for a moment. And they're all like,
they're used to it.
Yeah.
I didn't think
So when I went to go roll with him, it was like, oh, thank God, a break, because everyone else is just.
I didn't think about that.
Oh man, it was brutal.
Was that the toughest atmosphere you trained in?
Yes, absolutely. God, that was rough. Afterwards, for like 2 hours, I had a headache.
I didn't think about that.
It was pretty bad. They were nice guys. My first roll was with a blue belt my size. We had a really good roll. I didn't go hard because if I did, I would actually just pass out. I would just keel over because I think Cusco is 11,000 feet up in the air.
Okay.
You're in the mountains. And then I rolled with Nico, so it was the black belt. And then after that, it was all white belts. And then they're all the same everywhere you go. You get white belts and they're just going hard. So I think there was a few times where I was I just tapped because I was gassed out. I was just I can't. You can't. I have one burst in me each round. When I say burst, I mean one bridge. One big bridge. If that one fails, you're done. You got me. I have to take it.
I'm done.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But otherwise, that is the podcast. Is there anything else you did want to say to the camera? Your Instagram, your whatever you want. There's nothing.
No, dude, I appreciate what you're doing, dude.
Yeah.
Getting the word out there, right?
Yeah. Trying.
Preaching the good word.
Doing something fun,
Yeah. That's it, man.
Thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you for your time, brother.
Yeah, no, thank you.
You're the man.
Absolutely. We'll do the counter exchange, but otherwise we can chill until everyone gets here.
You know what? Something we could have probably talked about. Maybe what do you think? What do you think about takes on competition? Do you think everyone should compete?
What do you mean? Everyone should
interviewing coaches. What is your take on competition? Do you feel like everyone should be a competitor, or do you feel like everyone should try it? Those type of things.
I think everyone should try it at least once. Yeah. If you're serious about the sport, if you envision yourself at least a purple or however, or black, however the case may be,
you should see what it's like.
I think you should at each belt level at least do one. Bare minimum.
I agree with you.
I would compete way more if I had more money.
Yeah, same. If I had more time. So where I was going with that is I told myself, and you probably know this already, but I have a full-time job, wife, kids, little kids back then, but I did tell myself that I would always compete at every belt because that's how I feel. I feel the same way. I think if you see yourself as a coach one day, you need to be able to say that I competition-wise, granted, exclude all the life experience you have, but competition-wise, I've competed at every belt. I know what you're going, or I have an idea what you're going to experience out there. As a coach, that makes you a better person. That makes you a better coach. I think as an individual too, it's only good for you. It's only good to compete. But that's one thing I was thinking. I was I think that's something to be a great question for coaches. In the future, what do you think about competition? Should everyone compete?
I have one question for competition, and it's if you had to change one rule.
That's good. If I could change one rule, it would be no time limit. Dude, if we had no time limit, man, you go into it wouldn't be fan friendly, but it would be realistic. And
I like that answer. That's good.
It'd be realistic. Going there and also it would favor my game. Literally, dude. I did a competition not too long ago. It was 4-minute rounds. Miserable rule set for me. I realized that I used 3 or 4 minutes just to wear people out.
Okay.
So that's all you have.
Yeah,
and if you can weather that, I lost by a scramble.
Yeah.
Because the guy was just way more explosive, better athlete.
Yeah.
And not that I ever felt like I was in danger or I was doing my thing, but I didn't have enough time to do it.
Yeah.
So if I could change a rule and it would favor me and it would be more street applicable, I'd take time out.
I think that'd be fun to do. Like
Dude.
Jack had that 30-minute match that one time.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine how long a tournament would be though?
Days, dude. Days.
Forget about it. That's why you will never have it.
You can do it small batches.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if, maybe that's how Jack's tournaments, you know, when he does the super fights, maybe maybe they're longer. I would hope so.
I think they depend, you know.
Dude, you give me 15 minutes just to lean across. Yeah, I can do a lot of damage, but that would be the ultimate rule set for me. And again, like, I think if you take the belts away, and everyone's just grapplers.
Yeah.
But from a business standpoint, there's for the non-competitor, there's no prize.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the non-competitor that's just coming here to train, they need something to. A lot of us need something just to aspire to be. You know.
Exactly.
When I started jiu-jitsu, there was a guy I trained with. He was a brown belt. And I remember this guy, really good jiu-jitsu practitioner, in my opinion. I walk in, I'd watch him, and he was like, his jiu-jitsu was clean. He was a legit brown belt. Like, he knew his stuff. He just played with me, and I was bigger than him. And I remember that this is when I first started at a gym. I said, man, I told myself, like, I just want to be a brown belt. I never wanted to be a black belt until I became a brown belt.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be like that guy. I was like, man, I just want to be a brown belt. Being a brown belt, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I just want to be a brown belt. And with my job, I was thinking I would never have the chance to train consistently enough to be a black belt. And I didn't know what I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I got my brown belt, I was like,
I want that feeling. And now you're like, I need that black belt.
yeah, I need that black belt.
That's the philosophy I struggle with, is like, it's really nice to have something to achieve, but it comes at that cost of needing to be that light color, you know?
You're right, dude.
But at the same time, it's like, I have proof, I have like that attainable thing, you know? Mm-hmm. But really, you strip it away, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
So it's kind of like,
you know
what do you value more?
Yeah, dude.
Do you value having that, like, oh, I'm a fucking, here's my belt? Or do you value like a more flat out, like, hey, everyone's like, doesn't matter you're white belt or black belt, like it you don't have that grasp.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
No, you're right. You're right, man. And I'm sure every coach will tell you this, dude. You don't know how many fires you put out, like people that have put so much emphasis on the belt.
Exactly.
Right? Text message after text message about when am I ready? What am I missing? Blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, and it sound like a hypocrite, right? Maybe a little bit, because to those people, I'm like, stop worrying about the belt.
Yeah.
You're putting way too much emphasis.
Just a belt.
Yeah.
It's just a belt.
But when I put my other hat on, like I said earlier, like I see the necessity, that dangle the carrot to keep people, you know, keep them wanting to become. Not everyone's self-driven. Like you have some guys that come in, they just want to train, and kudos to those
That's
guys.
like where I'm at. Like I think might have a bad perception of it, because I don't chase the belt. Mm-hmm. I chase the feeling of what that belt comes with. Yeah. Like when I roll with Jack, like, it doesn't feel like he's like floating with me. Mm-hmm. You know, like when he does stuff, I'm literally like floating on top of him, and then we're moving, you know, and I'm like, I want to have that feeling with like blue belts. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to have this feeling like I'm the smaller guy. Like, I want to have it, but I want to see that frustration in your eyes. And like, I'm starting to get it. It's just not easy for me. When I roll with Jack, it's easy for me.
Learning to play chess, man.
You know?
You're learning to play chess, dude. That's it.
Like, I can do it, but I'm going to be sweating, you know? And it's against a bigger guy, however, you know? Yeah.
It's a good feeling, right? When you roll with someone, the round's over, and they're gassed, and you're just like, next roll, please. You know? Or or like, they like start going and like kind of fall over. You're like, keep going. Yeah. Like, we got to keep going. Come on. Come on, man. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling.
I love
And
it.
that's the feeling. Like, it's like, yeah, you chase the belt, but you really, at the end of the day, I want to chase that skill. I want to chase that
Yeah.
mat time, that sweat equity, that
Yeah.
attainable. I can beat you easily. Not, you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I like it, man. I can see that because you want to be able to you
I want to be able to defend myself.
yeah. So you once you have a purple belt, man. And I was telling my wife this, like she's a blue belt. She's struggling because she's getting back into training, and she got promoted to a blue belt, right? So she struggles with there was like 8-9 year gap where she hadn't trained. Perishable skill. We go down on the mats, and I try to work with her on certain things, and she's lost a lot. And she's like, I don't feel like I deserved a blue belt, this, that, and the other. And I was like, it's kind of insulting to the professor that gave it to you. It was me.
Yeah.
I was a blue belt too. But I said, it's kind of an insult not to wear it. And I was like, and I tried to tell her, I was like, I can tell you from a coach perspective, my perspective, when I see a white belt and I see a blue belt, and I hope people don't take this wrong, but I don't put a lot of weight on that. Because, dude, a blue belt can be one extreme to the blue belt I told you beating black belts.
Yeah.
It's such a broad belt.
Yeah.
Honestly, especially no-gi, God knows. I don't put a lot of weight on the belt, but when someone ties a purple belt on you, man, I know going into that role what you should be doing. Like, this role should be pretty competitive. It should be I should have to think through this role.
Yeah.
I shouldn't just give you my arm and be able to defend it,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah. There's certain expectations that one would have with someone wearing a purple belt that I don't have with a white or blue belt. And I've been caught, definitely been caught before numerous times. But with that being said, so I was telling her, I was like, just start training again, get comfortable. It'll come back to you. You just got to put in the time. You got to put in that mat time. And don't put too much weight on the belt. Of course, you're going to probably start from the very beginning, and it's going to take you a while to get back to it. But like yourself, I mean, I didn't want a belt. And luckily, I've always felt very good in my belts. Because I've never been one of those people that have imposter syndrome. Like, just about every belt I received, I felt ready for. And I think that's a different take, too. When I talk to most black belts or most either jiu-jitsu people, everyone tells me, and maybe because I felt a little delayed in promotions, maybe, safe to say. When I did get a belt, I felt that way. I was already beating, or I don't say beating, they were mat rolls, but I was already doing well against higher belts at purple. Like when I was a purple belt, I was already doing my thing.
Yeah.
And I had a good idea of who I was on the mats. So when the brown belt came, I was like, thank you. And at this point in time, I was getting older too, and I was like, one day I want to, run a gym. One day I would like to open a gym, and I can't really open a gym at a purple. I could, but ideally I'd want to be a black belt. So that became my goal. And for that to be a reality, you need the belt. So that was kind of my angle. That was the route I took for it. So I see both sides of the coin.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we're woke up now. Shit.
Yeah, we're good to go. I think we can probably call it again. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, sir.
Good chat.
Yes, sir. Boom.
Podcast. Let's go.
Man.
Wake up. So now we're about to do the counter exchange. The last move was set by Nico, so I'm about to demonstrate it on Jack. Jesse was a little too big, so used him as my uke, and then Jesse will show you how to counter. Here, reach this through, cup, here. I don't really know, it's not my type of move. Hip height. Down here, we land in Kesa. So this is where you will counter.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack. I'll put you in Kesa.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's a good way.
We're here. All right.
Actually, I think you were around my head, grab your thigh.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So go.
So what's your?
So a couple things here, depending on the person. If they're like a wrestler, if they have like a wrestling background and they start to put pressure on me, yeah, like so, it sucks for me.
Obviously, I want to stay flat off my back. I want to get to my side. And if I can, I take the blade, the knife blade of my forearm, I'm sticking it here in the floating rib. I make a gable grip and I'm just pulling lane into me like so. Now I'm starting to pull his hips off the mat. From here, I like to try to reverse the position. If I feel their weight shifting up on my shoulder line, I'm just going to roll up on my right shoulder to my top of my head to my left shoulder. So I think about doing like a rainbow technique, and I'll demonstrate it without Lane in a second. So I pull Lane's hips into me, my feet come to my butt, I bridge up on my shoulder, on my head, and on my left shoulder. And I end up in just the same position, but we're here. Yeah,
Okay.
now I'm able to posture, go into my claw grip and all that stuff. So without Lane, and here's the detail that makes this work. As soon as he sits in case of Katami, I want to find my way to my side. Obviously, don't want to lay flat on my back. I always want to be on my side. The knife blade of my forearm, I'm finding this floating rib. I'm reinforcing it and I'm pulling it tight. I'm trying to pull Lane up onto my shoulder line. From here, I'm rolling up on my shoulder onto the back of my head, across like a rainbow to my other shoulder. So by doing that rainbow, it doesn't really matter how big they are, because I'm not just pulling them across my body. If I just try to pull them across my body, maybe I could do it with you because I'm so much bigger, but against someone my own weight, I couldn't do it. So I want to use that rainbow type technique.
And that's as if they have your head too.
They
Like if they have, like not the underhook.
Right.
They have to be
They have to be on my head. They have to be controlling my shoulder, my elbow, and my head.
okay.
If they let go of my shoulder or my arm, I just bring my elbow to the mat, come out the back door.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's always my go-to. But I'm thinking about grappling someone who's good. They're probably going to squeeze. They're probably going to do the soul stiller, something like that, scarf hold,
Yeah.
where they're putting a lot of pressure on me. So I use that against them by driving their weight up on my shoulder to my head to my far side shoulder. And I think about using their body weight like I'm painting a rainbow over my head.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's always been my favorite go-to. You know,
Sweet. That's fair.
tried and true.
Yeah. Dude, again, thank you so much.